wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up.
Back up.
I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, that make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she wanted like me cause her like she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Ripper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep where you from, where you post, to pop in your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man on me, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I
Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Carolina Panthers. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go, set, 70, Indy. Pick it up, B.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A give running right is Chubb. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And all the pressure that goes on in these playoffs, but the first score here in the divisional round always very key.
Partner, this team handled it like it was a regular season game. That they were confident in what they were doing, came right out and established themselves early.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A run for Nick Chubb. Fights loose. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Let's go. Hey, hold on. What we got? What we got? Big gas.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Jackson on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
High 7. Leo.
2nd and 9 now. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Lions. 56 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. Oh, Chubb fumbled it. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now Chubb. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson going to look deep for Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
40's Mike. Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me.
To throw is Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that can really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Check. 80 weapon. Crouch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
You ain't doing nothing today. Hey, lock it. Check safety. Look at me. Zipper. Now.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards. Brings up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We go Mike.
Here's Jackson to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, Jackson taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Rock it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Ready? 8, read. Topper.
2nd and 14. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On 3rd down, Jackson trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play there for the Panthers. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. From 19 yards away, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'll set up a throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Burns picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
That's taken on the 25. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. A gain there of 21 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Going to take a shot into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And again, it's Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd down and 8.
Here we go. Put the flag.
We go Mike 40.
I got one.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 24 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Watch the pass.
Check. Lucky.
Running right, here's Sanders. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Got this down to the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up and to great success.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run. Chubb. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Let's set a tone, fellas.
Here's Jackson on 3rd down. Going to look deep, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 5, and he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That's what I'm
The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns giving him once again his third sack of the afternoon. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Jackson. He completes it to Wilson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Room here to run. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
I just grab a nugget when I can.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. A good game there on 1st down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Able to slither by. Fighting through it. He's got space. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. A big play there for Detroit. 62 yards. Well, this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
They'll run with Sanders. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Lions have taken the lead. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
It's 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get ready. Get ready. Check, 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 check.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Sanders. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's coming. Man, I got you. Tighten up.
On the carry, it's Chubb. The Panthers have the 1st. It's a gain of 12.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
But when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Chubb shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. They'll give it to Chubb, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Critical extra point up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
On the ready.
Now they try the right side here. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And some room to work. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check. 64.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Sanders. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Ready? 15 lining. 15 lining.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Let's go now. 70, Indy.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll get him down right around the 16. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
And that is no good. Wide to the right. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, 1 game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.